Ngayong adlaw mga amigo, my name is MJ, and as you can see from the title of the video, this is the Guilty Reader book tag. And yes, so I decided to make a book tag for this combat because I do know that if I'm going to make a much more lengthy, complicated video, I will not be able to upload in this channel for about a year because I'm quite lazy. Anyway, so before we begin with the tag, I'm going to tag this following people. Number one is Cherry from Cherry Actually Reads. Second is Kat from her bookish side. The third one is Gerald from Gerald Bookworm. The fourth one is Trish from Tissue Paper. The next one is Ian from Ian Reads. I'm also going to tag Taz from Bring Me the Books, and I'm also going to tag Spencer from Sphinx Reads, Claude from Book Blossom Claudes, and Pam from Pam Shenanigans. I'm also going to tag Kim from Kim Reads, Ray from Ray Reads PH, and also to the other Filipino booktubers out there that would want to do this tag. So without further ado, let's start with the tags. The very first question of this tag is, have you ever regifted a book you've been given? The answer to that is no. I don't really like regifting anything in general, because if a person will give me something or a book per se, which is much more closer to my heart, I don't like giving it to anyone else because that thing or that book has a sentimental value to me. So I don't really like gifting anything in general. The next question is, have you ever said you've read a book when you haven't? I don't. I am pretty transparent when it comes to my social media accounts that all of the books that I have posted there, all the books I have talked about there, are the books that I have actually read. And I'm also very transparent with the fact that I DNF books. So I haven't said that I have read a book even though I haven't. The third one is, have you ever borrowed a book and not returned it? I actually did, and it's on my bookshelf. Just give me a minute. So this is actually from the library in my high school. It is On the Banks of the Plum Creek by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I have actually read this when I was in elementary because my parents are teachers, and then when went to high school on the same school as well, I have seen this on the library and I borrowed it and I forgot to return it. But the thing is, it's not really that big of a deal because aside from the fact that the librarian during the time is not that strict, actually, our library burned down when I was in high school and when I was borrowing this book. So basically, I saved this book from its demise. So yeah. The next question is, have you ever read a series out of order? I actually did, and it's actually like Narnia. I read first The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, and The Voyage of the Dawn Treader before reading the first book, which is The Magician's Nephew, I think. So yeah, I have read a series out of order, and I think I have also done that with this book as well because I read this book first, and based on from what I can remember, it is like the fifth. Oh, it is the fourth book, and the first one is The Little House in the Big Woods, and then Little House on the Prairie, Farmer Boy, before this book. So I have actually done that a couple of times. Next question is, have you ever spoiled a book for someone? I totally did because I was and this annoying know-it-all when I was in elementary and high school. So I have spoiled a lot of books to people. Mostly it's Harry Potter and Narnia, but they were not angry with me, to be completely honest. Actually, they were kind of happy that I have spoiled the book for them because they don't really like reading in the first place, based from what I can remember. So basically, they were the ones who told me to spoil the book for them, something like that. I think that was the arrangement. The next question is, have you dog-eared a book? I actually did. I was not introduced to the concept of bookmarks and not until like in high school. And by then I am still dog-earing my books because it is quite convenient for me, most especially if I don't really have anything to actually make a bookmark, like for example, like receipts or papers or leaves. I don't really like, yeah. Also, I don't really care when it comes to dog earing books. I mean, it's part of the process. It's part of the process of reading books, and I think it's quite fascinating, most especially if you see like dog ears on books, because it means that the book has been read. That's my opinion anyway, because I know a lot of people in this community are very sensitive when it comes to dog earing books. The next one is, have you ever told someone you don't own a book when you do? I actually don't. I don't see the reason why I will tell someone that I don't own a book when I actually did. Like, what's the point, really? Next one is, have you ever told someone you haven't read a book when you have? No. I mean, reading a book is some sort of a bragging right already. Like, why won't I tell someone that I have read a book? Like, why would I? The next one is, have you ever skipped a chapter or a section of a book? To be completely honest, I don't do this type of thing. Maybe I have skimmed or maybe I have DNF, but skipping a whole chapter or a section, like that would be very horrible, and that would make my reading like a very, very horrible experience. Because if you're going to skip a chapter or a section, then what's the point? Like, why? And the last question is, have you ever badmouthed a book you actually liked? I did not. So yeah, so that's basically it for this book tag. It's quite simple really. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you have opinions, please comment down below and let's discuss. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above me. Night breezes seem to whisper that you. Sycamore tree.